I want to show you how you can leverage AI, specifically Google AI Studio, to help your small business. Now, let's say that you're a fence company in Buffalo, New York. This is a Google AI Studio here, and they have this cool feature here on the left-hand side called Playground. So what you can do with Playground is you can actually show a live screen right here of your business or whatever questions you might have for your business. So I'm going to share a screen. I'm going to go to a specific tab, and I'm going to have it select this tab that we're looking at here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this tab with Google AI Studio. I'm going to say, hey, I'm not showing up in this. How do I get into this snack or this area right here? Can you tell me a little bit more? I own a fence company in Buffalo, New York, and when I search for fence companies in Buffalo, New York on Google, I see one of the main listings are these map listings, and I'm not showing up here. How do I get to show up in the listings here?
It looks like you need to create a Google business profile for your company. This lets Google know about your business and helps it show up in searches and on maps. You'll want to include things like your business.
Okay, so that's just one example of showing on-screen things here, but you can get a little bit more detailed with this. So let's say that this was my company here, and I'm going to ask it some questions about how to increase the amount of calls, so increasing conversion on this page. This is my company website for the fence company, and this is the homepage, and I'm wondering if you have any tips or advice. I want you to think like a conversion rate specialist, somebody who optimizes a website for conversion. How can I increase the click to calls or contacting? Do you have any suggestions on the homepage that you can see here on how to increase those leads from my website?
To increase conversions, you could try making the Call Today button more visually striking, perhaps by using a contrasting color. Also, consider moving the phone number and the Contact Our Team button to a more prominent spot, like the header, so they're always visible. Adding a clear call to action near the top of the page, explaining what happens when a customer contacts you, could also help.
So there we got three ideas. One of them pretty simple, right? Which is just changing the color of this. But when we scroll down here, you can see that they do have the phone number and address here. But once we scroll down, we don't actually see any kind of contact details on the page. So what it's talking about is making it so that the header is sticky and creating a call to action right in there. And then perhaps a little bit of an explainer of what happens when you contact us, like what is the process. So you can get really quick advice on that. So let's try one other thing. Now we're looking at the contact form of the website, and you can see the information here. I'm just going to ask it a generic question on how to improve this contact form. What we're looking at here is the contact form for my fence company, and I'm just looking for just general advice on how I could improve this to make it better for people that are landing on this page. I think it might be a little bit overwhelming. Do you have any advice on how to improve the visual layout and design of this contact form so people are more likely to submit their contact information?
You could simplify the form by gathering less information initially. For example, you could just ask for name, email, and phone number and combine the street, city, state, and zip code fields into one field. Also, consider removing the "How did you hear about us?" and "Upload order form" fields.
So there you have it. We got very quickly advice on how to show up in the Google business listings if you haven't set that up. Then we got advice on improving the homepage design. I think that was really solid advice to include a element of contact in the header that is going to go down the page with you. And then looking at the contact form, I like the idea of splitting up this information into two sections. And then you can even use this AI tool for giving you advice on how you would do that. So I highly suggest checking out Playground and then Live and then clicking this Gemini Flash to get advice specific to your website presence and then making your website a better conversion tool for getting more leads to your business. Now, if you haven't watched it yet, we have a video here which is about how to connect an AI agent into your email, which allows you to automate email processes for your business as well. We'll catch you in the next video.